Hello everyone. Welcome back to another lecture on reasoning ability and problem solving. In today's lecture, we will discuss some exercises questions from blood relations. So let us start. Now in the previous lectures, we discussed that there are total 3 types of questions that can come in your blood relations questions. So type 1 was blood relation puzzles, in which we draw entire blood relations family charts to get the answer. Then was coded blood relations. So basically we use the concept of coding, decoding, plus blood relations to get the answer, correct? Then we discussed based on conversation. So entire conversations were given to us and we had to identify what was the relationship of the person based on that conversation. So in today's lecture, we will discuss this type, that is type 1, which is blood relation puzzle. In the next lecture, we will discuss these 2 types, that is coded blood relations and based on conversation. Now before we start, let us revise the concept. In blood relation, you get 2 types of relations. The first is your actual bloodline. That means people that are associated with you through blood, the family that you are born into. So your mother, father, grandparents, children, grandchildren, your uncles and nephews and nieces, those kind of relationships. The other is your in-law relationship. So the relationship that you build by marrying someone. So your spouse's family. So your mother-in-law, father-in-law, daughter-in-law, those kind of relationships. So these 2 relationships are covered in blood relations. Then I told you to remember 3 different things. First was, do not assume the gender. Whenever we solve questions on blood relation, we do not assume the gender until unless it is specified in the question, or we can derive it from the information that is given in the question. Correct? Second is, we use different symbols to denote different relations. This is done in order to avoid any confusion. Correct? And third is, always draw a family chart or a family tree to depict different relations generational wise. So the family chart should be generation wise. So by following these 3 tricks, it will ensure that none of your questions in blood relation ever go wrong. Okay, so these 3 trips or tricks, I would say, are very beneficial while solving questions on blood relations. Okay, so let us start with type 1, that is blood relation puzzle. Let us look at question number 1. Question number 1 says there are 7 members that are living in a family. Q is the daughter of P. So let us draw the chart. Q is the daughter of P. So P would be gender unknown. Q would be female because Q is the daughter of P. We do not assume the gender of P. So P is a parent of Q, but it could be the mother or the father. Okay. B is the brother of R. Let us hold this information. G is the mother-in-law of A. B is married to A. And B is the uncle of Q. So this much information we cannot use up till now. And D is the father of B. So this much information is simply we cannot use because this is not relation with Q. So let us start by drawing a separate chart. Okay. B is the brother of R. So let us say it is mentioned over here that B is the brother of R. So I use this to tell that they are siblings, and I use this relation to tell that they are spouse. Okay. So B is the brother of R. So B would be male, brother of R. Okay. B is married with A. So A would be the spouse of B. So since B is male, A would be female. Correct? B is married to A. It is given to us that B is the uncle of Q. That means R's child would be Q. R's child will be Q. B is the uncle of Q. So that means P has a spouse R. Okay. P has a spouse R. R has a sibling B, which is male. B is married to A, which is female. Okay. Gender of P and R are unknown. B is the uncle of Q, so B will be male. This much information we can get on merging this much information. Okay. Now, D is the father of B. So, D is the father. So, D will be male, father of B. Correct? D is the father of B. So D is basically the father of R and B, since R and B are siblings. Correct? Now, G is the mother-in-law of A. So since G is the mother-in-law, that means G will be the spouse of D. And since D is male, G will be female. G is the mother-in-law of A. Correct? Now, C is the brother of B. So now one more relation is there. C is the brother of B. So we already have R. Now we have one more relation. I do not have space to denote this relation, so I am drawing it like this, that C is the brother. So C is male of R. C is the brother of B. Correct? We have to find what is the relation of C with respect to Q. So C's generation, if I talk about, let me represent it like this. This is spouse A, female, and he also has a brother, C. Correct? They are in the same generation. We have to find the relationship between C with respect to Q. We have to find the relationship between C with respect to Q. So clearly C will be the uncle of Q. C will be the uncle of Q. Answer will be option number 2, uncle. Okay? Answer will be option number 2, uncle. Okay? This is the chart. Now, question number 2. Question number 2, 7 members are living in the family. Q is the daughter of P. So same question. Okay? Same question is there. Now, we have a different thing. Okay? We have a different thing. So in this particular diagram, this was the original diagram. So we have not added C. Okay? This information was different. Now let us come to this one. This is a different information. It is given P is the father of Q. So P is the father. That means P will be male, R will be female. Correct? P is the father of Q. This will be the chart. The chart has changed now. Okay? Now let us look at the question. We have to find the relationship of R with respect to P. R with respect to P. So let us go back to the arrangement. R is what of P? R is female. R is the spouse of P. So R is the wife of P. R would be the wife of P. So going back to the question, R would be the wife of P, which is given in option number 1. So option number 1 will be the correct answer. Okay? Now, coming to question number 3. Question number 3 says, R is the sister of Q. So R is the sister of Q. So Q's gender is unknown. R is female. This much we can derive. Okay? M is the father of R. So that means M would be a parent of both R and Q. And M is the father. So M will be male. Correct? V is the son of Q. So Q would have a partner. And they would have a son named V. So V will be male. Correct? But gender of Q is unknown. C is the maternal grandfather of V. Okay? C is the maternal grandfather of V. So I can see a grandfather of V, which is M. I can see a grandfather of V, which is M. But we have another grandfather also, which is C. Correct? We have another grandfather, which is C. Let me draw it over here. We have, let's say M is, they are in the same generation, right? So M is over here. Another grandfather of V is C. But this is maternal. Maternal means mother's side. So paternal means father's side. Correct? Paternal means father's side. And maternal means mother's side. Correct? Maternal means mother's side. So mother's side, that means this person, this unknown person would be female, Q would be male, and C is the grandfather, so C will be male. This will be the diagram. This person is unknown. Okay? Now it is given to us, M does not have a married daughter. That means R is not married, Q will be the son. Because Q is married, so Q will be the son, because M does not have a married daughter. So Q is son. So this person will be female. We do not know the name of this person yet, but C will be the grandmother. So C is what? C is the maternal grandfather. Maternal grandfather of V, correct? And M is the paternal grandfather of V. Paternal grandfather of V. This is the relationship. We have to find out how is R related to V. So how is R related to V? R is simply the aunt of V. So answer will be option number 2, aunt. R is the aunt of V. Okay? R would be the aunt of V. Question number 4. Question number 4 is given to us. This information is same as the previous question. This much information is same. Okay? Now it is given to us, if B is married to Q, we have to find the relationship between B and M. So let us go back to the arrangement. In this particular arrangement, this position was empty. Now it is given to us that B is married to Q. So here we can fill B. B is married to Q. So we have to find the relationship between B and M. We have to find the relationship between B and M. Correct? B is what? B is basically the wife of M's son. Correct? B is the wife of M's son. So B would be what? B would be the daughter-in-law of M. I am going back to the question. B would be the daughter-in-law of M. B would be the daughter-in-law. So answer will be option number 4, daughter-in-law. Option number 4, daughter-in-law, that would be the answer to this question. Okay? Question number 5. This much information is given to us. A question is given to us. Let us draw the family chart. D is the daughter of N. So D would be female, daughter of N. So N's gender we do not know. N's gender we cannot assume. D is the daughter of N. E is the wife of N. So E is the wife of N. So E is wife, that means E would be female. And if E is female, N would be male. So N is basically the father of D. Correct? E is the wife of N. Okay, this will be the arrangement. Now, G is the sister of D. So G is sister. That means D has a sibling. G is the sister, so G would be female. G is the sister of D. Correct? C is married to G. So G has a spouse, C. And since G is female, C will be male. Correct? Since G is female, C will be male. So this would be the relationship. Okay? Now it is given to us, N has no son. So this statement, some people represent it or some people interpret it. Okay. This statement, N has no son, can be interpreted in 2 ways. First is N has no child. Okay, first interpretation. Second interpretation is N has only daughters. Which one is correct? Which one you should interpret? You should interpret the second one. The first interpretation would be incorrect. So whenever you see a statement like this, that he is the only son, or he is the, or let's say you have a statement, N is the only son. Okay, N is the only son. Again, it has 2 interpretations. First interpretation is N is the only child. N is the only child. Second interpretation is N can have daughters. Because N is the only son, so N can have sisters basically. He is the only son, so N can have sisters. So this interpretation would be incorrect. This interpretation would be correct. So please pay attention. Whenever you see a statement like N has no son, that does not mean that N has no child. It means that N has only daughters. N can, or N has also not. N can have. N can have only daughters. This will be the right interpretation. It does not mean that N has no child. It will mean that N can have only daughters. Similarly, if it is written that N is the only son, this does not mean that N is the only child. No, it means that N can have sisters. This will be the correct interpretation. Okay, so you have to pay attention to the interpretation also. It is given to us, N has no son. That means whatever child N has will be a female. So N has 2 children right now. Over here, N has 2 children, D and G, and both of them are female. Okay. Moving forward, K is the mother of E. So K is the mother, that means K will be over here. Mother means female. K is the mother of E. Correct? K is the mother of E. It will be like this. Q is the only daughter of C. So Q is the only daughter, that means Q will be over here, female. Q is the only daughter of C. Now we have to find out how is Q related to D. So how is Q related to D? Q would be the niece of D, because D is basically the aunt of Q, correct? So Q would be the niece of D. Answer option number 3 will be the correct answer. Q is the niece of D. Okay, option number 3 will be the correct answer. Okay, moving forward. Question number 6. Same information is given to us. We have to find out how N is related to K. How N is related to K. So let us go back to the arrangement. N and K. How is N related to K? N would be the son-in-law of K. N would be the son-in-law, because K is E's mother, right? So N would be the son-in-law of K. Going back to the question, N would be the son-in-law. Option number 3, son-in-law of K. Okay, let us start with question number 7. Question number 7 says 8 persons are there in 3 generations of family. Let us draw the chart. K is daughter-in-law of G. K is daughter-in-law of G. So let's say G is over here. Okay, K is the daughter-in-law. So G would have a son or a son, and the spouse of the son would be G, because K would be female. Correct? K is the daughter-in-law of G. It can be represented like this. Right? M is the father of L, who is daughter-in-law of P. So let us draw this separate diagram. M is the father. So M would be male of L. L's gender is unknown, but it is given to us L is the daughter-in-law of P. That means L will have a spouse whose parent will be P. Correct? And L is female. The spouse would be male. P's gender is unknown. Okay? Now, H is brother-in-law of G. So, G would have a spouse and the sibling of the spouse would be H. Male. H would be the brother-in-law of G. Correct? Now, and only son of F. Only son of F. H is the only son. Only son can be interpreted as that there would be female children. It cannot be interpreted as only child. So H is the only son of F. So this person would be female. Correct? This person would be female. That would make G to be male. Correct? G would be male. Now, T is the grandson of F. So T is the grandson. T can come over here. Correct? T can come over here. T is the grandson of F. T is the grandson of F. T can come over here. H is unmarried. H is unmarried. Okay? Now, G is male. It is given to us. G is male is given to us. So now if I look over here, we have, can we merge these two diagrams? If I put L over here, okay, if I put L to be female and this person is male, correct? Now they have child T and this person. Now L has a father M. So L will have a father M over here, correct? This would be male, this would be female. Similarly, the spouse of L has a parent P, but the gender of P is unknown. Correct? Can I merge these two diagrams? Yes. If I merge these two diagrams, I will get something like this. It is given to us M has 2 child. So now also M will have 2 children, H and L. So this would be the final diagram. Correct? So now let us check if it satisfies all the conditions. First condition was K is daughter-in-law of G. K is daughter-in-law of G. This is satisfied. M is father of L. This is also satisfied. L is daughter-in-law of P. L is daughter-in-law of P. This is also satisfied. H is brother-in-law of G. H is brother-in-law of G. Satisfied. and only son of F. So the other person is female. So this is also satisfied. T is grandson of F, satisfied. H is unmarried, satisfied. G is male, satisfied. And M has 2 children, this is also satisfied. So this would be the final diagram. Okay. The question is, how is M related to G? How is M related to G? So M is over here, G is over here. How is M related to G? M is basically the father-in-law of G. M is the father-in-law of G. So answer will be option number 3, father-in-law. M would be the father-in-law of G. Okay. Question number 8. So same information is given to us. Different question. How is K related to L? So going back to the arrangement. Where is K? K is over here. How is K related to L? So if I look over here, K is what? K is the daughter-in-law of L. K is the daughter-in-law of L. So answer will be option number 3, daughter-in-law. K is the daughter-in-law of L. Correct? K is the daughter-in-law. Question number 9. Same information. Question has changed. Who among the following is son of M? Who among the following is son of M? So if I look at the diagram, over here M has 2 children, H and L. Correct? H and L. It is given to us over here. M has 2 children, H and L. H is male, L is female. So who will be the son? H will be the son. Going back to the question. Who among the following is the son of M? H is the son of M. Answer will be option number 1, H. Correct? This will be the answer. Now, question number 10. J is married to C. So, J and C. Okay? Gender is unknown. B and D are the children of C. So, they have 2 children. Okay? B and D. Gender unknown. D is married to daughter of K. So, D is married to a person who is the daughter of K. Okay? K is daughter. So, D would be male. And K's gender is unknown. And K is married to M. This is given to us. So, K is married to M. Okay? And K and M's gender is unknown. K is the mother of R. Okay? K is the mother. So, K would be female. M would be male. K is the mother of R. So, and R is the husband of N. So, now K also have 2 children. One is this person. The other one is R. Because K is the mother of R. Who is the husband? So, this is husband. This is male. Over here, we had a female position. Husband of N. So, N would be female. Correct? H is the grandson of C and K. H is the grandson. So, grandson of C and K means the child of D and this person. Correct? So, H would be male. Grandson of C and K. So, over here. Okay? It is given to us. L is the daughter of N. So, R and N have a daughter. L. Female. Correct? V is the only sibling of H. So, only sibling of H means V has a sibling, gender is unknown. D has only one daughter. It is given to us D has only one daughter. That means if this is male, this would be female. Correct? If this is male, this would be female. We have to find out how is D related to K. How is D related to K? So, D is over here, K is over here. D is simply the son-in-law of K. D is the son-in-law of K. So, answer will be option number 3, son-in-law. D would be the son-in-law of K. This is the diagram. This position was empty. Rest everything was filled. Okay. D is the son-in-law of K. So, this concludes today's lecture. Thank you.